Hi, everybody. My name is Derdine. Thank you so much for joining us, myself and Loki, for the yoga sequence for today. It's going to just be a bit of a really nice stretch to your body. Nothing too intense, pretty mild. But again, go at your own pace and do modifications where you find necessary to do. So just listen to your body always. And we're going to go ahead and start off in a child's pose. So you can make it wide where your big toes are touching apart and your thighs are wide so your chest is coming through, or standard where your thighs are touching together. And just take a few moments here to feel your breath, relax your body, and connect with your breath. A few more breaths before we begin our sequence. Okay. And on your next inhale, you're going to go ahead and come up into a tabletop position. Flat back, seeing that your shoulders are over your wrist and that your hips are over your knees. Placing your hands firmly on the mat here, pressing away from the mat. And you're going to go ahead and shift your gaze over to your right hip. So kind of seeing like your right shoulder is trying to meet its right hip. And then when you're ready, you're going to exhale over and do the same thing on the other side. Left hip is trying to say hey to that left hip. You're just going to go back and forth like that for 7, 6, 5, continuing to breathe at each movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Go ahead and shift this left hand a little bit towards the center. Inhale, bring your right hand up, gazing at the right ham, and then and then you're going to scoop it behind that left arm. Go ahead and rest on your right shoulder here. So your chest is going to come down while your hips stay up, and you're relaxing your head onto the floor of the mat. And you are relaxing in this pose. Holding here for 7, 6, 5, relaxing your hand. 4, relaxing your arm. 3, just settle into the pose. 2, and 1. On your next inhale, you're going to go ahead and use that left hand to press yourself back up. And we're going to swap over. Right hand comes more towards the center to give you stability. Left hand comes up. And you're going to go ahead and scoop it behind that right arm. Same thing on the other side. Resting on that left shoulder. And 7, relaxing into the pose. 6, relaxing your hand, relaxing your fingers. 5, relax your arm. 4, connect with your breath. 3, 2, final resting pose. And 1. On your next inhale, using that right hand to push yourself back up again. You're going to go ahead and place both hands right in front of you. And you're going to lift your knees and hips up and out for your downward facing dog. Shift a little bit up here. For your downward facing dog, you're going to placing your jazz fingers pressed into the mat, pressing through your fingers and your palms, keeping your arms straight, seeing if you can turn the elbow of your eye inwards, so you're kind of like looking at them.
keeping your back flat, resting your head between your arms. And you can keep your legs straight or you can pedal as I am. I like to just bend my knees, waking them up a little bit right before we move into waking up our hips a little bit, okay? So this is a nice, really nice stretch here for my calf muscles as well. Trying to press my heel onto the floor of the mat. Look at this dog. Loki, really? Don't you see what I'm doing? And then when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and bring both heels as close to the mat as you can. And maybe even shift your feet up a little bit, um, shift them up a little bit more towards the front if you need to, or keep them where they are. And you're going to bring that right leg up, elevate the right leg, bend the right leg, and then you're going to open your hips to the right side of the mat. Whew. And breathe into it. Breathe into that hip, but making sure that you're using your hands to press away from the mat. That way you can hold your stability here. And we're holding here for 5, 4, opening up your hips as much as your body will allow you to. 3, if it doesn't allow you to, don't push it. 2, and 1. Go ahead and release your feet back onto the mat. And we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, go ahead and bring that left leg up. And then you're going to bend that knee. And then you're going to open to the left side of the mat. Holding here for 5. Using your hands to press away from your mat. 4. Engage your core. 3. Open the hips as long as your body will allow you to. 2. And 1. Go ahead and release your feet onto the mat. And you're going to walk your hands nice and slow to your feet. Walk your hands nice and slow to your feet. Go ahead and widen your stance so that it's at the edge of the mat. Go ahead and grab your opposing elbows. And then when you're ready, you're just going to sway from left to right. Feel free to bend your knees here. Making sure that you're relaxing your head, relaxing your neck, holding here, or moving here rather, whichever way you're going, for 5, 4, 3, nice and slow, not a competition, y'all. 2, and 1. Inhale. Slowly rise to standing. Think of your vertebrae. Think that you are going one vertebrae at a time. And when you reach to the top, take a big deep breath in. Take a big deep breath out. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Right hand grabs that left wrist. And you're going to go ahead and do a side stretch over to the right side. Holding here for 5. See that your shoulders are aligned with your ear. 4. Pressing your feet into the mat for stability. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Switch so that your left hand is grabbing that right wrist. Bending over to the left side. Waking up our side body here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. And exhale, releasing your hands down by your side. Waking up our shoulders a little bit. Inhale, roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Roll them on back. Inhale, roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Roll them on back. And let's reverse it the other way. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Be as dramatic as you want or not. Inhale, coming up. And exhale back down. But on our way back down, guess what? We're coming into a forward fold. We're bending at our hips. And we're going to move our feet to the edge of the mat. And we're going to point our feet to the corner of the mat. And we're going to bend into our knee. I have a little cushion here. And then you're going to inhale, coming back up. And you're going to exhale, coming back down. Nice and slow. Really low key. And you're going to inhale, come back up. And you're going to exhale, coming back down. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release your knees onto the mat. Shift forward, coming into a seated position. Gonna windshield wiper our hips a little bit here. So feet flat on the floor, and you can have your hands down beside you or behind you to kind of play with it and see what feels good. Have your knees about a hip width apart, and then when you're ready, you're gonna go ahead and bring right knee down. Ooh, holding here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up, and other knee comes down. Loki, take a seat. I'm just going to keep swapping back and forth like that as I go ahead and count for you for 10, 9, 8, sorry, 7, Loki, 6, I'll ignore him, 5, 4, 3, 2, ooh, and 1. All right, everybody. So go ahead and come up on your seated position. You can lay down. You can continue to do more of a practice. This is just a bit of a wake up for us to, like, if you're just rolling out of bed, nothing too strenuous, nothing too much. This is just to kind of wake your body up. So, on that note, have a good day. Thank you so much for joining me for your sequence for the day. And remember, this is not going to take your stress away, but it will, if you stretch more, it will help you to stress less. It'll help you to react better to your stressors. So, on that note, have a wonderful day and thank you for joining me. Bye.